Neighbors want to use my pool. Hello, on mobile. Me, F25, and my BFM29 moved into our home 2 Septembers ago. I have a neighbor who is retired and has boundary issues. Our properties are separated by hedge, so she can hear me but not see me. Oftentimes, she will yell over the hedge if she knows I am there. And I mean yell until I answer her. Once I had guests in my yard and she walked up to my fence, opened it, and entered, uninvited. I was livid. The first year I lived here was fall, so she couldn't ask about the pool. Last year she asked me often to use it with her grandchildren, and since I am an essential worker I used COVID as an excuse. But now that COVID is dissipating where I live, I am dreading the question. I do not want to piss her off because, as I mentioned, she's a bit strange. I fear she may lash out in some way, such as calling by law on me for silly things. I really don't want to ever have her in my pool, and she makes me and my BF uncomfortable, and I don't want to escalate the situation. I understand that she was best friends with the previous owner and this is their first and only home, so perhaps she thinks this behavior is acceptable? But these things are incredibly inappropriate in my opinion. Any advice to let her down gently but also so this conversation never happens again would be appreciated. Edit. Thanks so much for all of the advice. I will definitely get a motion sensor camera and a no trespassing sign. If she does ask me again, I am going to say I don't feel comfortable due to liability, etc. Hopefully she'll also stop yelling at me in my yard because of this, lol. You have to firmly tell her no, with no room for negotiation. A camera with a notification app wouldn't be out of line. Depending on where you live, you can give her a trespass notice and file it with the local police, so that if she comes onto your property uninvited, you could have her charged with trespassing. Also, make triple sure what your liability insurance covers. Definitely tell her no. By law, you are responsible for anything that happens in your pool. If one of her grandchildren gets hurt or, God forbid, drowns, you will be held liable. Even if she was the one watching them at the time. Even if they don't have your permission and they sneak in, she or the kid's parents could sue you for anything that happens. You should replace that hedge, and any other fencing you have, with a privacy fence that can't be climbed. I understand that she was best friends with the previous owner. It sucks that she and her grandkids probably got used to using the pool all summer because of that relationship, but her friends sold their home and now she's just going to have to deal with it. She's a big liability. You need to add security cameras, a no trespassing sign, and verbally or in writing let her know she is not allowed on your property when you are not around, and even then, by invitation only. If you don't speak up and she uses the pool and something happens, you will be held liable. Make sure your fence is in line with what's required to secure pools according to your insurance company. Be firm and let her know that you're neighbors, not friends, and as such she doesn't have any entitlement to use your pool if you refuse to let her use it. If you try to let her down gently, she's going to try and trample all over you. Also, if she harasses you about this, document it using a non-emergency line so that if you're worried about her lashing out, you have a paper trail of a history of this behavior escalating. Hell no. Tell her hell no. If someone gets hurt, they can sue you. Screw that noise. Put up signs, cameras, and put a lock on your fence door or whatever it is. If she gives you hell, call the cops. Call the cops every single time. I did put a lock on my gate after she entered my yard last year. I was thinking of adding a no trespassing sign. My BF is annoyed with the situation, but I think he feels I'm overreacting. Don't know what to do next. What should I do next? Okay, so I, 26 meters, walked in on my boyfriend, 26 meters, with another guy having sex on our bed. We had been dating for 7 years and he lives with me at my apartment since he lost his job. After witnessing this, I was frozen on the spot cause I honestly couldn't imagine this happening to us. I just closed the door and jumped back into my car and drove to my parents' house and have been staying here about 2 weeks now. I have only sent him a message to give me time and space because he has been texting me non-stop saying he's sorry and wants to talk. Honestly, the day replays in my head and it either make me sick or hate myself. Sometimes I don't know, I'm tearing up until someone asks if I'm okay. I'm honestly shattered. I know I need to talk to him, but I don't think I'm ready, and I'm not sure if I will ever be. I have no idea what to do, other than cry when I'm by myself. It's important that you remember that he didn't cheat because of anything you did wrong. This is not your fault. And it's so hard because you still love him, but you need to take care of yourself first. If you break up with him, you will get over him. If you stay with him, you will probably not get over the resentment and insecurities caused by infidelity. Remember that there are lots of people out there who will love you, who will not cheat on you. You deserve better than this. This comment had me bawling my eyes out. I thought giving myself time and space would clear my mind for me, but it's really started to make me overanalyze and blame myself. I really need to deal with him before I lose myself and make a choice that I regret. Thank you so much for your comment. Why do you need to talk to him? A text saying you and your stuff need to be out of my apartment by X date is all that remains to be done on your end. If he held your relationship in high regard, he wouldn't have cheated on you. Not only was he seeking romantic/sexual attention elsewhere, he was hiding it from you, and you probably have no idea when it started. He is only sorry because he was caught, which is not a sorry at all. If you want to continue this relationship and try forgive him for doing this, go ahead, but you will feel anxiety about him cheating for long into the future. In my opinion, you shouldn't continue to be in a relationship with someone that cheated on you. Get tested for STIs. Not because he cheated with another man, but because people who are sneaky or ashamed of themselves are less likely to protect themselves. Good luck to you, Op. A good therapist can help you sort out your feelings. Get him out of your apartment. This carrot. But also ask a friend or family member to come with you/go without you to ensure he is getting his shit out of there. I would not go alone with him. You deserve the time to process this on your own. P.S. I'm sorry he was a shithead. Skeptical. I feel like my girlfriend is changing herself for someone at her work. Me and my girlfriend have been together for a year, which isn't too long, but we are seriously in love and planning on moving in together soon. She recently has been acting different. She started going to the gym and eating cleaner, which is fine. She spends more time on her appearance, she got it dyed and stuff. She started wearing makeup. I was confused and asked her about it, and she said she just wanted to put more effort into her appearance. I was fine with that answer and didn't question it. But I went to her work one day to pick her up for lunch and saw that she works with a guy who is tall and handsome and very obviously goes to the gym. He acted normal towards me, but she got flustered and shy in front of him. It was strange. In the car I asked her about him and if they work together often. She said he's nice and he's her gym buddy and helps her with fitness stuff. She was just acting weird about it. So I told her that I feel weird about the fact that she has started changing her appearance and going to the gym with this guy, and it just gives me weird vibes, and she said that she knows how it seems but promised it was innocent. Thoughts? Red flag. If I had a boyfriend, I wouldn't go to the gym with some other guy, and especially not tell my boyfriend about it. She's crossing boundaries. Obviously a lot of red flags being thrown out here. You don't need me or anyone else on Reddit to tell you what they are. My only real advice for you is not to be too hasty here in either direction, based off of what some Redditors said after reading one paragraph about your worst fears. Could she be already cheating with the guy? Maybe. Is the fact that you had to find out about the gym buddy thing that way suspect? For sure. Is it completely innocent? Also maybe. Bet you didn't see that one coming. The guy could be gay for all you know. Maybe she doesn't even realize how sketch the whole situation is. I'll admit that's pretty unlikely though. Could it be that she was worried about the way that you might react if she told you about him before she started going to the gym? Also maybe. Does that make it okay that she didn't tell you about it until you had to ask? Not really, no. My point here is that there's a lot to unpack about all this. And this could be as much an opportunity for you each to learn how to better trust each other and define some boundaries and grow closer as a couple, as it could be a prelude to tragedy and heartbreak just waiting to happen. It all depends on how far things have gone and how you each handle things going forward. Though, I guess it also depends on what if anything has actually happened yet between them. The one thing I do know for sure is that if you start throwing out accusations, and getting overly jealous/possessive, whether she cheated with him or not, the relationship is over. If that's your goal, by all means do whatever you feel like. If there's something there you would like to protect, then communication is the way to go, at least until you have all the facts. You didn't know about her tall and handsome gym buddy? I think there's a reason for that. Ask her directly if he is the reason why she suddenly goes to the gym, and ask her why she hasn't told you that she has a gym buddy and why you had to find it out this way, because the way you found it out makes you think that she is hiding something from you, and that makes you feel uncomfortable. Be honest and direct and tell her that you think that all the changes she made in the recent past towards her appearance now lets you think that she lied to you, and that she hasn't done it because she suddenly felt a desire to do it, but only does to impress and appeal her co-worker. In addition, ask her how she would feel if you would do the same, and how she would react to you going to the gym with another girl and hiding that from her. If you talk to her like that, she's just gonna get defensive, and it'll ultimately end up in a fight. I agree, explain how it looks, but if you start throwing out what if did this, and it makes me think you're lying, then you're just throwing a match into an already flammable situation. Let her know how it looks, let her know why you think that, see what she has to say for herself. She even may be lying to herself more than she's lying to you. If she's not going to meet you halfway, and talk this out and discuss boundaries, that's when you can pull out the bigger guns. Hold off on signing that lease.